I'm going to ask one of my questions, okay? I'd just like to know what everybody thinks is a really viable way forward on cleaning up Congress. You know, what actually can be done? They make the laws. How do we change that? Election laws, campaign financing, that type of thing.
I have thought at times that Congress, we need to take the con out of Congress, but many times they reflect us. One half of America wants the other half to take care of them. That half still votes. So who are they voting for? When you look at the red and blue makeup across America, the cities, all blue. The rest of the country, all red. Where are the programs paying out the big money to sustain and support people? Not taking care of the veterans' benefits, but dumping billions and now trillions into the voting blocks of those large cities. So the change in Congress has to take place right here in me. What am I willing to do to stand on my own feet and teach my children that those principles of the Constitution are real to me? And then to expect it of my community, and to expect it of my family, and throughout. Those values don't come back by force. They come back only by choice. Otherwise, pick a country, any country. If it has anything close to socialist in it, that's force. We're the only country on earth with a constitution that was based on the concept that we are the sovereigns, and that we extend pieces of our sovereignty to government with the expectation to hold them accountable. And if we don't, then all the people we elect will be just like us. So it has to be us being vigilant, watching whomever you elect, holding them to task, bringing them back to report, and making us return and report. You have to hold us accountable, and we have to expect, and we see it across the country, a resurgence of this interest. Where are our values? Will we stand for them again? And that's where it has to start.
It starts by leading by example. When was the last time that federal pensions matched our pensions?
Yeah,
all
right.
the benefits were Congress included in the health care bill. Lead by example. That's what we have to do. Is we have to challenge our peers when we go to Congress to say, hey, this is the real America. But it also resides in every single one of us. Because when times are fat and sassy, we allow these things to occur. It's not going to be a quick process. It's going to take time. It's going to take a long time. All these things built up over time. And so within the right, you're going to have to take them apart a little bit at a time. But it also comes back with your voice, demanding something different. I think you've seen that all across the country. Some people call the Tea Parties racial. I don't. They're speaking up on personal accountability and personal responsibility. Here's your sign. It starts right here. If you want to get America back, it starts in District 1. It starts with getting rid of Anchor Patrick. And let's, for a change, make the solutions that benefit us here in District 1. You got some magic coming here in census. You're going to get one more congressional district. Let's show the country how we can get our own economic recovery and rebuild this country right here in District 1. Thank you.
Here's an area, once again, where I am very proud of my track record. First of all, on term limits. Back in the 80s, when I was a stay-at-home mom, I volunteered with a conservative organization, and they signed me up to be a volunteer lobbyist at the state capitol on pro-family, pro-life legislation. And I went down there and I had my eyes opened. I saw that there was an entrenched Speaker of the House named Burton Barr. And
Amen.
there was nothing that got past
What a
him.
thought.
It was unbelievable. You couldn't get anything done without Burton Barr's backroom deals going on.
Oh,
So in 1992, we all gathered signatures and put Proposition 107 on the ballot, and I was so proud to be a part of that. With 74% of the vote, we established term limits in 1992 here in Arizona. Another thing then, we saw the scam scandal that went on about that same time, where legislators were meeting with who they thought were casino lobbyists and taking money under the table. So I, as a volunteer, again, introduced a series of really major ethics reforms for lobbyists and legislators here in Arizona, and we passed those at the legislature. And those are the very same reforms that we need to pass in Washington, and they have refused to pass to this day, and that will be a major effort in my congressional career if I'm chosen. In addition, I agree, congressional pension reform is a must, and also members of Congress pass laws and exempt themselves from complying with those very same laws, and that needs to stop. EEOC laws, they don't have to comply with them with their own congressional staffs. You just put in an ADA ramp right here. Do members of Congress have to comply with that in their own offices? No, and I can give you dozens of other examples. That has to change in Washington too, because what that has done is created an elite ruling class in this country that exempts themselves in their ivory towers. That is not what our founders envisioned. They never envisioned the Charlie Rangel career members of Congress. They envisioned folks leaving their farm, leaving their small business, going and serving and coming back and living under those laws that they created.